Hey loves, this video is actually going to be a little bit different. This is going to go on all of my channels, as well as the topics are going to be about some of the channels as well. However, after all of this voiceover and everything, I am going to be showing our updated gardening videos, and then I will share something pretty awesome that I got. So I can't wait to show y'all that either. It's a I can't remember the name right now. I will describe all that in the video when the time comes up. But it's for the plants, and you hook up this I don't know what you call it, but like sensor things or whatever. You'll see. You hook it up to the plants, and then you hear like songs, and you can make it sound like different tones and different things, and but you get to hear what the plants sound like. And so again, I will explain it. Then it produces its own music. It is awesome. So, all right, and then probably maybe some more bird videos. We'll see. Because this is going to be kind of a little lengthy, I think. But we'll see how short I can keep it. I'm going to try my best to keep it short. All right, so like I said, this goes on a bunch of my different channels. And so I'm going to start off with the donations, and then we'll go into autism and some other things. So I had just created, what was it, yesterday, a donations page. And so therefore, because I'm pretty much to the point, I have everything explained on there. And I am basically in desperation because I don't get no assistance, no help, no resources. I don't want to go into too much detail or anything, but basically what I did have, I'm running out of, and I am not going to get no more, or that we're aware of that I won't get no more. If I do get more, then of course I will take down the donation page, and then I will definitely give everybody back their money and everything if that scenario happens. But at the moment, what I am aware of is that I don't have any more, and I probably won't get any more. So, like I said, this is the last little remaining that I have left. So I've been trying to fight for years, trying to get on disability for my son and other things as well. And so, like I said, I'm still working on that right now as well. It's just there's a lot that I got to figure out. For instance, people kept telling me, and I've heard about it too, but nobody has ever told me, like, because they didn't know themselves. It would just be just some random conversation, with somebody, and they'd be like, hey, do you get any, disability or any assistance for him? And that with you taking care of him, you could get, pay and stuff. And I'm like, well, I don't know how. I don't know what it's called, And so when I looked up on the internet, it sounded like caregiver. So I called a number today, and she said for this location, it's called, I had wrote it down. Give me a second. I'm trying to find everything. I have like little pointers to remind me of some things to talk about. I thought I wrote it down. I had to have. Anyways, I know it's on this paper. It is called paid provider. So I don't know, obviously it's going to be a process, just like with disability, just like with food stamps, everything else. It's a process. So it's going to take time. I'm going to also probably put this video on the not GoFundMe, it's Spot Fund. Yeah, Spot Fund, SPOT. I figured it would be better to also put it on there because at least people would get to hear a little bit more about it, and be able to read, the updates and all that kind of stuff as well. So I think I can share video. And like I said, if so, then this video will be on there as well. I will have the Spot Fund in the description as well. And so, I really need help. I really do. Like I said, I have been trying to stall out basically what I have left while I'm trying to work on this stuff. And like I said, it takes time. It's a process. I might find out I got to get guardianship. I might find out that, so like I said, it's going to be delays and all of that as well. And so I'm hoping I get another, but if I don't get another, then like I said, I really am depending on this right now. I don't know. So we'll see. But anyway, so I figured start it ahead of time because I don't want to be sitting there going, oh my God, all I have is a few $100s left. And then, so, and then what do you do then, Another thing that I'm going to try to work on too is seeing if, I doubt they have assistance for this. I don't know. But, because a lot of people, are homeless. And so I don't think they're going to have assistance for this. And that's where we're headed, like I said, if we don't get any kind of help. I do own the home. I'm trying to think of, like I said, everything's written on there. It's just hard to think on the spot. However, the land tax, house insurance, flood insurance, all that fun old stuff for next year, when you're not making an income and you're depending on, assistance and stuff, I don't see them paying for that, but I'm going to ask if they do help cover the cost of that kind of stuff. I will definitely be letting y'all know that as well. Unless you already know something like that, please give me some information. I am here in America, but I'm sure there's probably, some 1-800 number or something. So if you do know anything like that, please share with me. But yeah, I am trying my best to work on all of this as quick as I can, as well as doing my own gardening in hopes to help, save a little bit of money. And then on top of that'll help us get some sort of nutrients and stuff, because I don't know what I'm fixing to be facing, but I do not want to be eating the poorest, especially while we're trying to do the diet. That's part of the Spot Fund, is to help us recover autism naturally program cost. Not just the program, but like the stuff with it, and then that's included with the food. So this is only a few years worth, and this is not a lifetime thing. It's just a few years worth while working on recovering, and then we just pretty much make the healthy changes, just eat healthier and, vitamins and this, that, and the other. So, but anyway, I've already started the program, and like I said, it's one of those things where you have to continue. And so that is why I'm going to have to leave up if, like I said, unless I get help and, but even if I get help, the main thing about that is this. If I get help, I'm hoping it'll help cover at least the cost of, like, the normal living expenses, eating, like bills taken care of, things like that. I'm hoping that if I do get all that, if I do get any donations, that's going to solely go on to the program and to what we need to do with the program. So we can continue this, like I said, for however many years that we need to do. And how well and where he will progress that. If it seems to be stopped, and let's say, because some people it's partially recovering, some people is fully recovering. It just depends, and it depends on how much you can put into it, how many changes you can make, there's factors. So it just really depends. Like I said, it just really depends on everything. And so that's why I'm going to be depending on the funds to help me to do that program and everything. And I'm going to be sharing the videos about that, our progresses, challenges, things like that, because therefore this is what I have in mind and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So the reason why I have that autism channel for me and my son is because I want to give other caregivers, parents, whether it's also doctors, nurses, anybody on the fence or anything, I want people to be able to have hope and be able to see for themselves, observe for themselves, and come up with their own conclusions with what actions and what they want to do. I'm not here to convince anybody. I'm not here to talk bad about anybody. We've already got enough triggers and projections and this, that, and the other going on in the world. And, me, I don't want to add to that. So I'm just trying to show, like I said, the challenges and progress, and hopefully give, people some hope. And therefore, they can decide, like I said, what they're going to do. As far as being able to the censor type stuff, that's pretty much, the YouTube channels and things like that. For me to go uncensored and all of that, like I'm going to do with these videos as well, that's going to be on my Patreon channel. And what I mean by uncensored is I can actually share our story and go more in depth into, how our journey and everything is without having to worry about somebody. I don't know how to really put it, but basically, therefore, I can, like I said, go more in depth, share our story and all that kind of stuff through the Patreon channel. Trying to think of what else. Okay. And so real quick about the Patreon channel, basically I have that set up for all of my channels. And so therefore, like I said, I can put more uncensored content there. Things that's not in the norm as well. Like, for instance, let's say maybe I did some spirit box sessions or something. I can maybe do like some previews on YouTube, but as far as like the whole, session or whatever, I'll probably go ahead and put, things like that on my Patreon channel, because it's only a select few, that want to see things like that. And not everybody wants to see that kind of stuff. And so, that, and then with how censored everything's getting these days, to make sure that, like I said, it gets to be shared to the people that want to see that kind of stuff, it'll be on my Patreon channels. What I do have out right now, though, if you would love to participate, is it was very clear, vivid dreams, guidance, and things like that. And it was pertaining to the ship and everything over in California. And I think I had some written in the community on my one YouTube channel. I'm pretty confident I didn't share it with the autism one. But if you are interested in practicing, training, being mentored, learning together, evolving your abilities and mediumship, definitely check into my Patreon channel, because it'll be about the ship called Aurora. And the reason why I decided I was going to make the first post free, but then I thought about it. I was like, that's not my content. The only content that I have is that it will be for mentoring and mediumship and things like that. So, I decided let's keep it between all of us, because people are mean and they pretty much want to, cause harm and things like that. And so I was like, I think it'll be better if I keep it, like I said, between my communities and things like that as well. So if you are interested in something like that, check it out. All the information and everything is on my Patreon. If you do have any questions, ask me on this video and I will definitely answer them, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, if you are interested, let me know. So we can, get together and all that. Now, I haven't worked on the first video yet. What I'm doing is I'm being guided to what content that we're going to be doing, and then, going from there basically. And like I said, all the information is there, but you can ask me here and I will answer it to the best that I can. All right, so that's on my Patreon channel right now for us to do. I'm trying to do things like that to where it's not just education or just this or just censorship stuff or uncensored stuff. I'm trying to do it to where we can actually get together and join in together, because I have a chat, the community, things like that, so we can actually get involved together, and therefore, it's not so public, it's more private, and then, it's more one-on-one, that we can actually work together, not just me, but it'll be other like-minded souls. So definitely check into this. But yeah, I would love to have you there, and I would love to connect with you. So, but all right, so that's a little bit about the Patreon. So we have my, like I said, autism channel. That's for me and my son. We're sharing our journeys, the progress, challenges with, doing the program and everything. And like I said, it's in hopes to help other parents, caregivers, doctors, people on the fence, whatever the reasoning is. Hopefully it's helpful is what I'm aiming for that. I have an educational channel that I'm not able to get verified yet because since I had to make 2 new channels this year, because of things that I have a petition about, I'll just say that. I pretty much had to make 2 new ones, and then I've got this other one that I cannot get verified until a year later or whatever. There's a few things that I can do, but it still pertains mostly to a year later. So it'll probably be in 11 months, 10 months, something like that before I can get it verified. So I can't share like links or anything, but I can still share educational stuff there. But it's to a degree. Again, all the uncensored type education, things like that, all of that's on my Patreon channel. So definitely, like I said, check into that kind of stuff if you're interested in that kind of stuff. I'm trying to keep it a certain way because of the way that the censorship's going. And so, I can only do so much here basically. And I apologize for that. It's not by my choice. It's, the people who run it and everything. So, that'll be on Google and, things like that. So, but yeah, what else? So then the other channel, that one is also with gardening, just like the autism, but it also has more of like my services, mediumship, angelic communication, spirituality, as in like metaphysical and human enlightenment, energy healing, a whole bunch of different things is going to be pretty much on that channel. If you like that kind of stuff. So definitely check into that too. I think I have all of my channels, I think, refer one another. So therefore, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, then you'll be able to, I think it's called like Enlighten Love, Shift-n Energy or something, or Shift-n Energy into Light and Love or something like that. That's the more of the mediumship, the psychic, intuition, energy healing, angelic communication, that kind of stuff. And then the autism channel, I have a gaming channel and the education channel, which is still pertaining to mediumship, this, that, the other, but it's more focused on education, not like the gardening videos and, all the extra content, pretty much. I try to keep that one solely, like I said, educational. So, not just gardening, but I'm going to also do like energy healing type gardening, as well as like, cleansing. If anything comes up to be cleansed, removed, whatever, with mediumship, I'll be sharing that as well. Because I've already done a lot of that since I had moved here. And so, of course, but so yeah, so I think that's pretty much it as far as what I wanted to say with all of that. And so now we're going to go ahead and pretty much jump into the gardening videos that y'all hadn't seen. So I'll be updating y'all with that. After that, I will show you the plant device, the music plant type device. I don't know how to explain it other than that. I'll explain it better then when I show you. So let's go ahead and jump into that, and then we'll pretty much go from there. As a trap crop, because, oh my god, hold on. Whoa, is that another one? It is. Is it gonna make it though? Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's gonna make it or not. Oh, so cool. They're all like hiding and everything. That's why I'm having to move everything around, dig around. You're supposed to do that, but the trap crop that I'm talking about, I bet there's probably some in there or not. They might not be right now. Is my bird food. Are they in there? Yep, they're in there. I saw a bird peck at it. Got one of them, and I think I'll have that on this video too. Somewhere. Awesome. Let me dig around some more. Maybe there's more, but probably not, but we'll see. And there sure is. Just look at that. Okay, I know I had planted pumpkin. I had planted cantaloupe and watermelon. I'm assuming cantaloupe? I don't know. Or would that be pumpkin? I know this one should be watermelon. Now, I didn't have the tags at the time because usually I use tags and I mark them. I had the wood tags, but it wouldn't have mattered because it would have mildewed and then went away. Okay, yeah. This has got to be watermelon. I know there's different types of watermelon, which could be the case. This could be a certain type of watermelon, and that could be too. I don't know. But I had some twice now. I've tried planting things in here, and it's just not doing anything. So, and it's probably getting the most sun anyway. Yeah, actually it is. I know it is. But now, with the temperatures, well, I mean, it's still hot, but it should do better. Awesome. But yeah, see, there's a lot of little new ones. Little ones. I think, unless that's just a flower. But I don't think that's just, nuh-uh. Because the flower looks like that. And I think those have a flower, but then it looks like that, the flower dies off. And the fruit or whatever is produced. I don't know. I know experts would know. So we're going to find out together what it is. If one of them don't make it, which I'm questioning the bigger one, because it looks like it's pretty rough. I don't know. Like that. So I don't know. That's awesome sauce. Yeah, I had said that phrase and they're like, I've heard that phrase before, but you know, I didn't know. Alright, so it sounds like the people next door still, the church and everything, still jamming out. Hold on, Mike. So I did use this little bag, net thing for the fruit. There's another one over here I haven't put together yet, but what I had showed y'all the other day, there was a big one, and I think my raccoons probably got it. So, because it's not there no more. So, I'm not even on the ground, you know, like there's just no sign, no nothing. So, that's okay. And I'm trying to use those bags to help hold the fruit up. And at least so it's not touching the dirt. But now, hopefully it'll help kind of hold it in there, but they'll just tear into it. So, yeah, that's weird. Why did it do that? There's like nothing. Look at that. I wonder if it's still showing on the. What in the world? There's nothing on. Okay, there is something on the lens. Funny timing. Anywho's. Good Lord, at it again. Yeah, that's what woke me up this morning. I was like, dude. And then Michael wouldn't let me sleep. And that's probably why, because he probably was waking up to that too. As long as they're having fun, I'm sure it's just a one-day thing. Alright, so I better get this one wrapped as well. I'll show that in a minute. I'm going to look around, see what all I got to do, and then I will film after that. Alright, so for future reference for myself or anybody else, these come with, that's supposed to be like tying the trees and everything down to center them. So it's just a strap for that. I don't know if you can buy those separately or not. That came with the set with the netting, that blue netting. And so I got it mostly set, so therefore when it grows, it'll just kind of grow into it. And it should help hold it so it don't break. And again, that's if the fall temperatures don't get it, or if the raccoons don't get it ahead of time. So it just depends, but we'll see. I got more growing. It's just I don't think those are going to grow in time. I'm just hoping these few will. Alright, so this is what this one looks like on this one. So hopefully it will work. Alright, so I wanted to show y'all these because I couldn't, it was getting dark. Well, it was too dark, and And again, kind of the same thing. We'll see how it does with the fall coming now and it's supposed to be. We'll see. It feels like it anyhow. As far as sensing wise, I don't think there's any in there. Not that I see. There's some flowers starting on this though, and luckily some leaves came back on it too. So I just got a lot to keep up with, and I am fixing to start planting the seeds. So wish me luck that I can get this going, and I hope they don't jam out tomorrow because they were waking us up. That wasn't fun. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not, but I'm fixing to plant the seeds like I said, and that is what I'm fixing to be doing. A little bunch of winter gardening. Peppers. I'm fixing to grab those so I can start getting it ready. Another thing that I had noticed too is that is actually pushed over more towards me now instead of more towards the fence. And so that was last night, so probably that's when my little friend came and got that melon. The reason why I'm not upset about it is because I know that they need to eat. I haven't been able to put any food or anything out there, not properly like I was, and I'm probably not going to be able to, unfortunately. But I'm going to try to do the best that I can, as long as I can, to try to help feed them as well. But I'm just hoping that I get to try it at least, at least one of each, but I don't know. We'll see if I get to or not, but I know, you know, like I said, they need to eat. I mean, it's been extremely hot. It's ridiculous, the temperature-wise, but that's fine. And they do look more and more like eggplants. I just hope they get to finish growing before the temperature changes. There's a bunch of little ones on there, but again, it just depends on if it'll get a chance to continue to grow or what. We'll see together. But yep, I'm going to go ahead and try to use all of those this year. The green stalks is what those are called. And I got 6, I think, of them. So those are going to hold a lot of... This one I'm going to keep as strawberries, the one that's closest here. And then when I can get more growing next year, when I take out like the onions, beets, carrots, or whatever that I'm not going to use, and I might try to grow some more in those as well because I love strawberries. But I will have to either move it or something next year, maybe over here, to get some sort of shade, because I can try to attempt to put a cell shade cloth up, but the trees that I have in here that I need to get watered, I forgot about that. Like peach trees, apple trees, lime trees, this, that, and the other trees. They're pretty tall, and I need it to go a certain height. So I might end up, depending on how things go, maybe, because I got to rearrange everything still. All of this has got to get rearranged. I still got that to put together and arrange it a certain way. I mean, there's just still too much work to do, and it's probably going to be throughout the winter, I'm thinking, because I've got the courses that I'm working on and other things that I'm working on as well. Other like little projects, like one right now is about that Aurora ship. I keep getting guidance. I don't know if I'll continue to get guidance, but what I'm being guided to do is watch like whatever video, but before I'll be sharing the video with everybody, so everybody has a chance whether they want to practice their mediumship or learn it. And we're going to do this on my Patreon channel, so therefore everybody, it's more private, you know, people can actually speak instead of worrying about, you know, their reputation or whatever the, you know, their reasoning is to not communicate in a public setting. A lot of it is because a lot of, you know, mean people and stuff too. So But that's okay. Like I said, we'll be doing it through my Patreon channel, and we'll pretty much do it that way. So, yep. But anyway, I got a lot of stuff to do, and I'm doing it, and we'll be getting there. But yep, I am down, like I said, trying to work on the seeds. The other issue right now is, again, I can't find, I just bought them. These are wooden. They're not going to last. They're going to mildew. You're not going to be able to see the name and all of that. So, for temporary purposes, until I find the ones that I need, I'm going to be marking that, and I'll be using this tape and hoping also that this green marker works too, because I got to find everything for it to properly work this year. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to in time or what, but oh yeah, you can't see it, but you can see one of them. Not this one, but that greenhouse. Where's my finger? Right there. That greenhouse. There's one way in there back here. That one is where I'm going to be putting them out. I'm probably going to leave the door part open right now because it's still so hot. But once it starts cooling off, because supposedly next week it's supposed to. I don't know. We'll see. And if so, and if it does get to be too much cooler, then yeah, I'll have to close the little greenhouse thing door then. So eventually, I would like to get a greenhouse here if I'm still living here, but I don't think so. We'll see. It just depends on next year's cost and for the land tax and house this and that, and it's going to push me, I'm sure, out of here because it's way too high. So anyway, that's another topic for another day. There you go. Go ahead, my little man. Thank you, my Mike. You're my helpers. Yes. That's my little helper, huh? Yes, you are, my baby. Look at what I found hidden. It's a good size one, too. They're pretty decent size. There you go, my little man. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alright, so I wanted to share something with y'all. And if my bat friends come back, I'll be filming them too. What I'm thinking of doing is as many as I can. I don't know what yet exactly. It does look like how I mentioned about taking these into the house for the winter. But I'm thinking of also doing the same thing with other plants that are more of a spring type thing. I'm thinking because the fall temperatures is very similar to the spring. So what I'm thinking of doing before any kind of, it gets too cold or whatever, I'll be bringing it in the house and letting it hopefully finish growing over the winter and or see what it does in the house over the winter, which will be kind of cold in there where it's going to be located at. But I'm just thinking of experimenting this to see if that way it'll give me a better chance of growing what it is that I'm trying to grow, instead of trying to start when it's planting time for those seeds, that therefore maybe I'll have like a plant that's already started a little bit and then continue from there during the spring, bring it outside and go from there. So we'll see. I'm just being guided to try and test this kind of stuff out, and so I don't know how it's going to go, but we will find that out together, though. And yes, it's still a mess out here, but that's okay. I will eventually get to it. I just got a lot of things that I'm working on, so, but we will get there. Looks like she found something. I can't see her now. Okay, that's where she went. I was wondering. Oh, Spooky Nukes. Alright. My bats didn't come back in time. But I hear them. They're over there now. They were on the other side. They're somewhere out there. Oh, there they are. Right above me. Probably can't hear it though. I forgot to say, unless I did say, I can't remember, but the reason why I'm going to experiment is I'm going to try on the peanuts that I'm going to do that's supposed to be more of a, I think they said, a springtime. And with as many birds and raccoons and everything that I'm feeding, I hope they leave this alone. That's why I'm going to try to take it in the house and hopefully get an actual established plant growing from it. Versus last time I tried, like as soon as it was already producing, they were already getting it. I was like, no. So I'll have to figure something out for that. But if I can get at least a few plants of them growing or something, maybe that'll start helping. And then just save some of the seed, well, not seeds, but save some of the peanuts each year and just grow more plants. That sounded weird. I guess that was an animal or something. I was coming out here to show y'all, but my little kitties are having fun. They love it when I come out here too, because we all get to hang out together. Little ones, but they had to do that. Okay. So, I love how it's got the flowery vines. And I'm just starting to load up the little greenhouse thingy. That's going to be so cool. It's so pretty. It's not going to last for long though, because I don't know how long it's going to last with cold temperatures, but we're supposed to be getting colder, I don't know, something sort of temperatures, so we'll see what happens. I hear something and I'm trying to find it. It's got to be a squirrel or something. Yep, I think I see the movement out there. Well, probably a bird too. Ooh, wow. The owl, I think. Oh man, it wouldn't let me zoom in time. Yeah, that was the owl, I think. Oh, cool. That's probably why I was probably trying to get one of those birds. Oopsie. So I just put food out again for them. Yeah, that was definitely the owl. I don't know if I can, let's see. Somewhere out here is where he or she flew. Man. Yeah, it's been very magical today. Like I had the hummingbirds, like literally where that chair is. I've been sitting there working on these seeds. And the hummingbirds love my little weeping willow tree. Should be weeping willow. And some of the other ones in here. And so they've been sitting there and they've been going to the somehow they're holding on to that wire. I don't know how with their tiny little feet. But which willow is that? It is that willow. Whichever willow that is. I couldn't read it. Okay, be careful. But yeah, let me get back to work. He's wanting to work on that with me, huh, little man? Alright. One more time for the owl there before we get back. Oh, I bet flew off already. There's no way I'm gonna. But might be waiting around for the birds though too, because I noticed when they're not around, the birds will come even when I'm sitting out here. So, and they haven't been. The blue jays was calling actually about 5 minutes ago. They were doing their warning call. So, yeah, that's probably why. Trying to get a meal before nighttime. I shouldn't say that because I do hunt at night. It's just they're probably that hungry, especially to be hunting during the day, from what I understand, from what people say. So here's the device that I was talking about that I was so excited to share with y'all, and I was hoping to be able to record tonight, but I looked up some videos trying to figure out troubleshooting this, that, and the other. But the main thing is that they were working on the record feature for the option to record to hear the plants. So that was the device, and this is the connections, or one set of the connections that you can connect to your plants to hear as it makes musical sounds. I will explain all of that whenever I make the video for it, and I'll have everything in details. So I was so excited to be able to show y'all like a little video of it, but I won't be able to tonight, and that's okay. But I will next time. Thank y'all so much for watching and subscribing, commenting, liking, sharing every single thing that y'all do with your love and support. We greatly appreciate that. And I'm definitely sending you much love, gratitude, and thanks. And before I say bye, I wanted to say that all the information is going to be in the description of the video that I had mentioned tonight in this video. There's quite a few things that I have mentioned actually, so definitely check out the description. Much love, everybody.